Hello, my name is Tanya. I'm the creator of Jesus Hates Narcs, which is going to offend a lot of people because I share unpopular Bible truths with you in order to free the people of God to come out of the slavery of a marriage with a narcissist. Verses that talk about and to reprobates in the Bible can be applied to psychopaths and narcissists. Ultimately, they come with the agenda to steal, kill, and to destroy people, like their father, the devil, who deceives the whole world, who is the father of lies. We have covered in the recent videos. From the Bible, we know that reprobates are pathological liars. They are hypocrites. They oftentimes appear to be these holier than thou people. Where there's smoke, there's fire. Especially when you're dealing with a covert narcissist. It can take a long time for you to uncover that your spouse is cheating behind your back, or even just having an emotional relationship, which is, in my eyes, the same as physical cheating. It's the same, they think they fell in love with this new supply, when in fact it's just the euphoria that the narc feels in the beginning of every relationship, of every victim that he chooses to target and that he plans to exploit in the end. So he needs to love bomb this person. The new supply doesn't know the narcissist. They don't know the truth about them. And because narcissists are very, very skillful at reading people and figuring out what their weak points are, they are going to masterfully trick them into relationships, only to also, after a while, get bored of this new supply when they realize the new supply is also not the cure, not the solution to their problem, is also going to be showing, signs of humanity, if it is not another narc. Right. We also see that what happens a lot is that even the narcissists get tricked by other narcissists, right? There's this whole spectrum of this disorder that they come in many, many shapes and forms, right? So you can't figure them out so easily. So you need a lot of education on the topic. And most of the time, it's the final moments of this marriage or relationship that you are in that you are going to realize that you've been dealing with a stranger, a total strange person. You've never known this true self of the narcissist that you are dealing with. After the discard, what helped me a lot is to really watch a lot of videos on the topic. It's so healing when you find somebody talking about the same things or similar things that happened to you, and you can recognize the abuse for what it was, and you feel validated just realizing that you have been duped, you have been tricked by somebody who had a secret agenda, and they operate uh, all by the same principles. They operate in these 6 cycles of abuse, which starts at love bombing you. Then it goes to the devalue phase, and then comes the discard. Most of the time, it takes many attempts to finally leave such a relationship, because we are so trauma bonded to this individual. We've been manipulated. Our brains have suffered damages, which is proven. I mean, this is just a fact. The brain has been damaged by all these year-long manipulations. The narcissist's goal is to make you doubt your perception so that he or she is basically the one that you go to explain to you all these things that you perceive, and that you start doubting yourself. And especially if you have unresolved trauma from maybe your childhood, and trauma builds upon trauma. such toxic relationships always leave you traumatized, or maybe something else happened in your life which just traumatized you. So you already doubt your own feelings and your perception of things. So it's easy for the narcissist to come in and to manipulate you, and they know very well what they are doing, and they prey upon us like predators. That's why it really makes no sense to wait for a change for the better with the narcissist. If they change, it's only going to be temporarily, and always with the agenda of abusing you some more, because these people thrive off using people, hurting people, leaving people devastated, and then even having the audacity to come back at their former victims, to hoover them, even though they have new supply. Maybe they've moved on, have a family, have kids, and all of a sudden they appear knocking on your door, right? I mean, I've seen this with all these narcissists, everybody, all of them, and I never could understand what makes these people, after they behaved with me in such a way, what makes these people come back? Why would they bother? What is it? Their talk is, again, to make you believe that you are the one, they could never forget you, and you are the one that got away, they made a mistake, whatever, just to suck you back in after so many years. Sometimes it happens even after decades. You are going to be found out on social media by a former narcissistic partner, somebody who's just a psychopath. He is married, has kids, and instead of improving his own marriage, or trying to work on whatever it is that makes him feel, because they can't, it's not their goal to even work on relationships. Their working on relationships means looking for other supply behind their primary sources' backs, and finding somebody new who is not aware of what type of person they are. And so they all come back, right? In very rare cases, they do not hoover back, but this might also be due to the fact that the victim really knows who they are. They truly figured them out completely. And so the narc fears the shame that comes with it. The narc he doesn't want to work hard on the victim. He wants to uh, have it easy to come back, right? He needs a quick fix. And this is what it is. If they come back to a former victim, somebody who they discarded of a long time ago, this only means that right now they have nobody else. And the first thing they are going to do is to contact a former victim, because there's already a history, and in their minds they think that we are just eternal possessions. They own us. We are eternally theirs. We are just waiting there, thinking about them, thinking how to get back with them. I mean, they're delusional completely. And they don't even get it if you've moved on a long time ago. If you have a new family, you have a new husband, you have kids with this, with your husband. They don't care about these things. They don't care about their spouse. They don't care about your spouse. None of this impresses them. They just come back and think you are waiting there just for them to show up. Even if you say no, you don't want to start an affair with them, whatever, you have moral standards. Even then, they never get it. Whatever you say to them, if you say no, they are going to still delude themselves into thinking that you still love them, you are still fantasizing about them. In their minds, they think you are just acting as not being interested, or maybe they need to work harder on this. It's like a challenge, which they are going to win in the end. They just can't accept the fact that people move on, and normal people, when they are done, they are done. right? The door is closed forever. I mean, we can have a chat, we can drink a coffee together, whatever. We can talk, we can joke about old times, but there's no coming back, right? But even if you give them the chance to even just talk to you, this will never stop. They're always going to keep their foot in the door and just wait there like the predators that they are for the chance for them to come back to you, right? And to win and to have a little affair, and then again to discard you or just put you on a shelf and let you wait there till, they are bored with another supply again. So this is how it goes with narcissists. There's nothing left to say. There's nothing for you to resolve with them. You don't need no explanations of the narc, because everything you are going to get of a narc are going to be more lies and more deception. And you will never get the real truth out of them. The only closure that there is one that you figure out by watching a ton of videos on the subject, reading a lot about the subject, and also reflecting, what really happened all these years. And once you figure out who they really are and how they operate, this is the moment that you realize the person that in fact you loved was never existed. It was just a mask. And so it's easy for you to detach completely. Like there's nothing there to love, absolutely nothing.